Now let's go. Let's get something.
Okay, let's get something to eat.
Let's get something.
Yeah, we'll meet you at the snack shop.
Friends and relatives who've got movies.
Pool parties.
A lot of fun some of these.
How do you join this club?
Well, Larry, my name's Bob. I'll be your friend. So,
Friend?
so
Is he my friend?
yeah, that'll work out. You know,
Can we drive the Corvettes up in Florida?
maybe as a back. Yeah, sure. You got an 85 or
I know, you believe I have a 40-year-old blow right across it. Can you believe it?
What is it? Very rarely do they allow the car clubs to come up here. I remember once, this was last summer, there was a whole bunch of Packards going down the hill. It depends on the time of year, though this guest house in front of us, named after its beautiful sunset, it's called Casa del Sol. There's also the House of the Ocean, Casa del Mar, and the House of the Mountains, Casa del Monte. But in the wintertime, the sun will set in that direction. In the summertime, it sets almost over there.
Yeah.
So it would vary. But the most important thing always is the view. The view of the ocean, the view of the mountains. Statues around the pool were carved in 1930 by Charles Cassup. They were made specifically for Hearst. The hairdos right out of the 30s. They're not exactly recurved. You can see the way the light hits the marble, almost looks like it's made of powdered sugar. But it's all stone. This marble now costs about $3,000 a cubic meter, just for the stone. Sarah, that mountain peak 35 miles away at one time the northern boundary of Hearst property. It's the backyard. There's a mission way out there, Mission San Antonio. And Hearst owned the property around the mission at one time. It's part of a big army base now called Fort Hunter Leggett. One of the guys used to kid about it. He said you could send your children out there to play and they'd come back fully grown. Hearst enjoyed horseback riding out in that area. You can see some of the roads down there in the canyons. It's beautiful this time of year. Yeah, it's one thing to say, well, gee, he has it and I don't, but then it's entirely another to say, well, at least they haven't developed it. This whole area, this wild area of California between Morro Bay and all the way up to Carmel is still pretty wild.
Didn't it used to have like a zoo or something? I remember.
Had the nation's largest private zoo at one time. You drove through where most of it was located. Most of the zoo animals were given away in the 30s and the 40s. Let's see, it would have been in September of last year.
Dad? What a view on TV.
What a view, huh?
Yeah, well, it is. Those doors, then you can tell that, you know, you can't expect a whole lot.
No, they have double doors though. What's that mean?
Ooh, that really intense. First cabin.
Quadruple double doors. We removed the two that used to be there and the two on the other side. This is a guest house. This is the smallest guest house. I think we'll start off by taking a look at the bedrooms. We'll go this way. The ceilings up there are antique. Take a look at some ceilings from about the time of Cortez.
Is this one for the guest room?
Well, this is what they call the lobby, sort of an area for the guests to come in and find their bedrooms. There are 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. California, Spanish Saints, Saint Mary, Santa Maria, San Luis Obispo, San Simeon, Saint Simon.
Does the piano get used a lot?
What's that?
The piano get used a lot.
Not too much. Carmichael, George Gershwin, they were here.
Does it get tuned regularly?
No,
To keep it
no,
up, or-
it's really not used. That's kind of sad. Used to be one of the guide supervisors heading to the Bering Sea. The port of San Simeon, originally a whaling port. So there's a big belt with the name San Simeon. The furniture is waxed 2 or 3 times a year. The rooms are dusted twice a day, vacuumed.
Some of the, like, the curtains and stuff were starting to.
Right, a lot of these have been repaired. You can see sometimes they're frayed or cracked, so the The blinds are building made of concrete. Here in front of us, faced with limestone to make it look like block and block construction. Here to my left, never finished on the outside. This is the new wing. This is the part of the building that was finished in the 40s. This is the part we're going into. Hanging from the ceiling, they've been converted to electricity. And then 2 Spanish vases that were made into lamps. And an abundance of Catholic religious artwork in the building, the tabernacle, used in the Catholic Church to hold the host, or reliquaries. Saints would have held relics of the saint there in that hole in their chest.
Are these Spanish vases?
They are Chinese vases made in the late 1800s. Much more open, nice and cool, real pleasant. That man you were pointing at, Larry, that's St. Ignatius Loyola there on top of the fireplace. We can't see him from here. Those of us at the front will go back down the other side. We'll see it in a bit. About the same time that bust of Loyola was done, an artist painted that painting. To love to sing in the shower. Here to my left. More in the style of the 40s, some I guess. His mother. It's almost like Mary has just sung a lullaby. Christ is just out. Sound asleep, not a care in the world. Somewhat different from an older Christ there in the tabernacle above the fireplace with a crown of thorns around his head. Lettering in the ceiling, IHS, Ixus, Spanish convent. We're still climbing stairs. They came from Salamanca in Spain. The whole history of Spain is one of religious persecution, whether it's the Moors coming into Spain and fighting the Catholics, whether it's the Catholics kicking out the Moors and having the Spanish Inquisition. And you get a lot of that reflected up here in this part of the building. The Islamic arches with the crescent moons on them coming from Persia. A Spanish saint above the fireplace, his name's Santiago Matamoros, the St. James the War Killer. And a beautiful Persian carpet, Moorish carpet, almost actually from the right to the left. And a saying, a stories of poems, lovers' laments in this carpet. Another one of these Moorish ceilings, people have said that the Persian carpets, the color that's in there is the color that's in carpets. I had some people on tour once who were translating the inscription of this carpet. It's a marriage carpet. The inscriptions in there are saying things like, we'll have a good time, live long and prosper, things like that.
You have to have a big gutter.
One of it's 10 feet deep, perfectly flat. It's 10 feet deep from end to end and side to side. It looks like it's curving, but only an illusion.
Excuse me.
Marvelous place at nighttime. The only lighting provided by these alabaster shades.
Do you ever use these pools?
We're not supposed to, but it's a great pool to swim in. One more thing to show you. I thank
The
you very much for
reflection
coming today.
from the
We've got
pool
Betty and the bus
gives you the illusion.
right out here.
Hey, we're filming. The green light's on. Look at the ocean. You see the beautiful ocean? You see the ocean? Try to hold the camera steady. Now we're driving down from San Simeon's Hearst Castle, right?